going to end up meeting in the middle, or at least someone who doesn't have like an exact like duplicate mindset, because because if you do and you agree on everything, then and you don't get sort of feedback from the things you do, I don't know. I think in a situation like that, you are far more likely to just run into people who are always going to agree and never disagree, even if something isn't ideal. Celeste is a real one in that you say or do something that's stupid. The closer you are to Celeste, the harsher the message is gonna be. But in like a real friend way. Like, listen, that shit's stupid. Diversity of mindset and belief leads to growth when those involved can handle the civil Yes, exactly. I agree. Listen, if you have a friend who backs you even if you're wrong, I'm not going to say that's like something set up for failure, but I feel a real friend is going to be the one who's willing to sit you down and tell you you were wrong, you know? Well, I listen, I'm just saying the truth. It's the reality. It's the reality. I don't surround myself with yes people. I surround myself with people that challenge you intellectually. It makes sense. It makes sense. And again, it's because like this community would not be what it is today if it weren't for everyone involved. Myself, mods, just across the board. And I I am very hello. I'm very thankful and happy with how the community turned out. So how are things?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I think getting thrown into that situation after you left definitely helped me get more comfortable and confident
good.
again. So
That's good. Hey,
yeah.
really quick. I don't know if y'all noticed this. I just recently did. You know, if you you know when you're billing someone,
Yeah.
you know on the MDW, if you click the fine portion, it copies exactly what you need to do to bill them exactly that amount.
I was told that didn't work.
Does it work now?
It worked earlier.
Oh, there you go.
Previously there was an error message, but actually you can test it. Just pull up any report, go to incidents, go to James Randall. It's 240, and then click James Randall, and then click the $500 fine, and then paste it in the MDT as you would when you're billing someone.
Man,
yeah,
so
that's
fucking good.
Now, before you question if that's real, his state ID is in fact 1234.
Yeah, I did notice that.
That is actually amazing. That
yeah, same thing with sending them to jail, especially billing, because it is now based on state ID. That is pretty important.
That is actually going to make the shit go so much quicker.
Yep,
Yeah,
I agree.
Very smooth. Very smooth.
Very, very smooth.
Well, are you like? So you, Pins and Turner, was he just testing y'all? Was he just seeing y'all out on the road? What was
no
that?
idea. He said, "Let's go out in the hallway and talk," and that was pretty much like.
Well, I mean, like the on duty portion. Like,
yeah,
was he?
I have no idea. I remember originally when he brought me on, he was like, "You know, ride with Rose today, and then you know, ride with me tomorrow," and then I couldn't be around yesterday. I had to reschedule to today. So, yeah, yeah, I don't know where we're at with that. I was going to ask him, but I don't know if I assume he's coming back.
I would hope so.
Who?
Turner.
Probably.
I felt bad because Espino's wanted to speak with Turner, but unfortunately Turner was preoccupied with you and Pins, and I didn't feel it would be appropriate to interrupt that to speak to Espino's.
Yeah.
Espino's just wants to have like a face-to-face, like a proper introduction, and not just, this is my name on a paper, I want to, be a police officer type deal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey.
Hello.
So McNulty.
I don't want to point out the obvious, but McNulty was deemed very unworthy.
Says the lad who also got electrocuted. Oh, but I didn't blame me. Brother, I held on longer and I gripped it there I had the gorilla grip for a whole 20 seconds. You touched that thing. You flopped out like a fucking fish out the water. Okay? I don't want to hear it from you.
What did you guys do?
Okay, he's got 0 survival instinct. 0. Yeah, you don't hold on to something that's gonna shock you that bad.
No. The human body is like a battery. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, if I hold on to a live electrical wire, if I let go of it quickly, I don't fully charge. Now, if I hold on to it, I'm more likely to survive because I'll get fully charged.
Oh, you know, that does actually make sense. No, it makes sense. It explains all of his subpar behavior beforehand.
Maple, I'd like you to put a knife. I'd like you to put a knife into a socket somewhere around here and don't let go. And let me tell you, you'll be rearing to go.
I'm sure I would.
McNulty, I don't know why I love fucking with you.
Really, I hadn't noticed, Rhodes. Really, for some reason, I really feel like it's just me.
No, it's anyone, really.
Really? It feels like you're really laying to me.
No.
I understand that you have a bit of a crush. It's cute. It's fine.
Okay. If you think that. Who's your significant other again?
I'd say your mother, but I keep forgetting her name every night. So.
Okay, if you say so.
Sitcom applause.
Huh?
Oh, you Duncan. Duncan, I blame you entirely for losing that guy from my wee grow up because you didn't wait an extra 20 minutes.
No, it's not my fault. There was crime happening.
Don't care.
I needed to go to it.
Don't care.
Oh, so Maple found some weed under San Andreas Ave.
Oh yeah, I did.
But some of them could not be harvested, and we also couldn't destroy them.
Yep.
We found some weed on Santa Claus.
Oh.
Santa?
Drunk Santa.
Oh,
Lars
no.
Haverford?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess somebody told him it was lettuce and gave it to him along with some whiskey. And
I'd believe that.
yeah.
I would too.
Did you catch him in front of Senior Buns asking for whiskey?
Yeah.
Leaned up against the wall. Was there a whiskey bottle above him?
He was obstructing the wheelchair ramp.
Oh, yeah, that's problematic.
Yeah, so we brought him down here to the drunk tank and got him.
Oh,
got him some
hey,
help.
slight issue with that drunk tank, by the way.
The bars are extra thick.
No. Well, yes, but we called for EMS because my MDT was slipping out of my hands. I went to go catch it. Unfortunately, I struck Mr. Randall while he was cuffed. So I called for EMS and
you assaulted someone.
No, it wasn't really an assault. Anyways, we called for EMS and
you
Tim
hit someone. That
Tim just waltzed into the cell that we thought was closed, but was not.
Not only did he walk in, but he also just walked in.
That's true. That's true. What was what? Okay. Maple, let's put this to the test. I'm gonna open my MDT. Okay. I'm gonna open James Randall. All right. Here we are. I'm gonna put it away. Can you just type a random sentence towards the bottom of that report? When I say the bottom, if you can see where mine is, just do it slightly above.
Oh, you sort.
Howdy.
So,
okay, do a new line over and over. Okay.
You figured it out?
I believe so. Because I'm trying to pull out my MDT right now, and it keeps slipping. No, it keeps slipping before I can fully pull it out.
Yep.
I had that happen.
So, Maple, what I want you to do, put your MDT away. All right. Now, just to verify, you still had it on the report, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, what I want you to think about is right before you click on your MDT, fun, if you get what I'm saying. Just hang there for a bit. Give me a second. All right, try to open your MDT.
Oh.
Does it keep going away?
The thing is that like I open my MBT really quickly. Usually I don't.
Oh, okay, but do it the other way.
I can't.
Okay, try now.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. I'm learning. I'm
Yeah.
learning.
We're conducting science.
This
I
is
had that
correct.
issue where I was that happened to me where I had clocked off roughly like an hour ago, and then I was on Vespucci Boulevard running towards the apartments, and it just felt it.
So another thing I noticed, Road, while I was working on that report and you were dealing with James Randall, whenever you talked to him, it looked like you were also typing in the MDT.
Oh, really?
Just lines of V.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Oh.
an issue.
Yeah, I am
Yeah,
so
a little
sorry.
bit.
I am so remember when I said the MDT was slipping out of my hands?
Mhm.
And remember how I also said I had accidentally hit Mr. Randall as a result?
Yep.
It's because much like you know, the MDT was slipping out of your hands just a few moments ago.
Another
All right.
thing that we've noticed with the MDT is that if you are writing a report in it and somebody opens that
it.
report,
Yeah.
it'll all go away. But I scienced it.
Control
If you
Z.
hit Control Z on the report, it'll all come back.
Correct. I had that happen. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Hollow, thank you.
We'll get going here in like 3 more minutes.
Turner, I'm gonna go ahead and write a few more things out in addition to the prior thing I sent you, so you can forward it to the appropriate department.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hi. Did I miss much?
Hey,
Nope.
how you doing there?
Nope.
Yeah, all right.
Not started yet.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Give it
Why
a
is
couple more
everyone
minutes.
standing?
Well, because there's the chair legs of these are pretty stuck.
Hey, why don't you just sit?
Just sit.
Fine, I will.
Jeez.
Sit in the chair, yeah?
Let me see this.
Guess I have to lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, McNulty, do you mind if I
One if you want.
Hey, you can dig that,
There you
Sam.
are.
pop on your shoulders?
Also,
No, don't get on my shoulders.
Captain Turner, am I able to do a follow-up announcement to what I was talking about
There we
yesterday, since
are.
it happened literally the next day, almost as if I predicted it?
Yeah. Which I have
All
more
right.
to actually add to you.
Okay, good.
We'll talk about that once we get to that.
All right.
You gonna get in uniform there? Was it?
Oh, yeah. I was
So-
gonna go get my stuff after the meeting. If that's okay.
I'm for you in uniform for the meeting.
Oh, all right. All right.
Well, okay.
I'll be right
I'm
back.
taking personal. What's your name one more time?
That's Gage.
Gage. All right, Gage. Thank you, Gage.
Yeah, no worries, Cap.
Clearly, he didn't gauge the room. That was a good one, right?
It's good.
It was A1.
All right. Went ahead and emailed that over, Turner.
Oh, all right, I'll take a look at that.
You don't have to look at it now. It's just whenever you forward everything.
All right.
Try to consolidate the amount of sources things come from.
I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. So it's not coming from 8 different angles for the text. Yeah.
Trying to keep it concise.
Yep. Absolutely. Is that cigarette lit there?
Well, you know what?
No,
He's chewing on it?
no. So, as obviously I'm not allowed to smoke, I keep one in my mouth. That way, when I just breathe, I suck in the flavor through the filter.
Okay, all right.
Oh God, yeah.
Have you
That's
considered a
freaky.
patch?
Yeah, it's basically a patch but better.
Okay.
We'll get started as soon as Gage is back. How's everyone doing out there?
The first
Anything crazy
hour of
going on?
my shift was atrocious. I was
Atrocious.
unable to conduct an investigation because the person injected someone in the hospital with something, then walked outside. Cornwood tackled the old man several times. We finally got him in cuffs. Then every person walking in or out wanted something to do with the situation, making it impossible to get a statement from the individual. Then I had a person with a big backpack. Kind of sounds like a surfer dude or something, but he looks like a hitchhiker.
Your typical
punched me twice.
Woodstock guy.
Yeah, punched me twice while telling Mr. Randall, who was cuffed and shackled, to run. So I beat his ass, and then he was placed under arrest. Mr. Randall was arrested, and then released on time served. But yeah, it was a disaster. It was one thing after another, and you can't be anywhere without someone going, "Officer, officer, I have an emergency."
That is true.
Yep, you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
I literally needed units there just for presence because people were trying to distract me by claiming there was something more urgent going on. And thankfully, I ended up getting backup.
It was bad timing. I showed up, and then a 14 Bravo went off, so I went to help them. And as soon as I went to help them, then the
I got
backpack man
punched.
attacked.
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck!"
No,
Feast
sounds
or
like you have
famine.
Mandel at least.
Feast or famine. Nothing or everything at once. Nothing in between.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also we had a murder.
That drive-by was a DOA confirmed.
Yep.
Okay. We follow all the procedures for DOAs.
Uh,
Fingerprinting, DNA. We got all his belongings documented, everything like that.
it's all Captain Slacks.
Okay. I'm sure it's done.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Gage, can you hear me all right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just,
I'm good,
just want to
Cap.
make sure so we're not talking too loud. These walls do be thin. All right. So, I only have a couple things to cover here today. One of them being some updates to our MDT. I'm just gonna fill you all in on those updates. Being able to search by category should be fixed now. Categories should be able to be searched. Searching by tags should be working now. Should be able to search by tags. I believe I tested. I tested both of these. They do work. Searching for a specific staff member on a drop-down box. So I believe we're having an issue with staff and under incidents, or we're having a hard time adding officers involved to situations with the search bar. Should be fixed. Looks like it's working fine for me now. Report categories. That is fixed. We can now change reports. The way you do that is you're going to go to a report. You're going to open it up. And you're going to go ahead and click on reports at the top of the screen. So under the title, you're going to click on the report itself. And you'll see there's a drop-down box to make it take it to other incidents if you need to. Let's see. That's
Noise, that's handy.
Yep. It's a good one to add.
In case you get an old slip of the finger there.
This one's gonna be great. You're all gonna love this one, all right? Now, if you go to an incident, let's open up an incident together here. Let's go to Raymond runs a red light. Incident 246. Let's open up, expand his charges, or expand his profile on the right. You're gonna see now. I believe I taught you all this in the beginning, but it wasn't working. So if you hover over the time he's either gonna serve or the fine he's gonna get, you're gonna see a copy.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, it's working now. So you would go ahead and click on that, and then you're going to be able to follow the paperwork for that billing or jailing, whatever it is. Very quickly, just paste it right over. Careful, don't do that right now because it will bill him. If you actually file the paperwork. All right.
Quick question. Are we doing anything referencing parole, or is it just straight time moving forward?
Parole I know there was an old parole system I heard about 5-6 years ago. We don't have a parole system currently.
Got
If
it.
we want to push for a parole system, we're going to have to find a reason to have it. We're going to have to push it through our liaison, excuse me, into the city council once that's formed. So.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm sure, as long as we keep the streets under control and crime doesn't become too rampant, I don't think there'll be a need for a parole system. But
Perfect.
if you get out of hand, then we do what we got to do. We think it's going to fix it. We request it. We try to push for it.
I did notice that currently we can't see how many points somebody has on their license.
So if I'm not mistaken, I will have to double check here, but I don't believe points do anything to anyone's license at this time. There's nothing in legislation that states points affect your license in any way.
I see. So
that's something we have to push for.
Right.
If we have repeat offenders, we already have a point system in place. If we have repeat offenders, we need legislation behind what the points signify.
Gotcha.
At what point do we suspend a license or revoke a license? Is there additional fees? Whatever the case is, that's got to go through DOJ. I'm going to put that down on my notes here. I'll look into that further. Okay. If you all look under legislation as well, we now have our speed limits are officially posted. They're officially posted on legislation. City streets, 35 miles an hour. County roads, Route 68 in Joshua, 55. Highways, 75. So, with this verbiage here, things have changed. Great Ocean Highway used to be 55. It is now 75 on Great Ocean.
Wait,
The verbiage
it
we
was
used to
always
have
75, right?
No,
Yeah,
it was 4-lane highways.
Mm.
The verbiage on our speed limit was 4-lane highways, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it only clarified highways. It just said
Did it clarify
freeways / highways and 75.
Yeah.
It's always said that.
Uh-huh. As far as I remember, kind of how it's written now, highway 75.
Fair enough. So it's officially posted. If people have any questions about where it's posted, it's in the legislation. Has anyone been able to look up legislation yet for civilians at City Hall? Do any of you know if they have a system?
No idea.
Okay.
There is something there. They do have public records there. I went there the other day to poke around to see if there's anywhere to pick up IDs because I've run into a couple people here and there who didn't have their IDs.
Okay. Is there a place to pick up IDs?
I could not find one. So I don't know.
Proof,
I
thank you
don't
for the
know
31
if there
months.
is, honestly.
Appreciate
I believe there's a person for licenses and stuff, so I imagine there likely is.
There is a person there that will
Yeah,
issue
I believe so.
your license if you lose one.
Don't not 100%, but I'd say it's at least 80% certain.
I mean, right after this, I'll head there. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to check, see if
Also-
there's a person for license as well as public records at civilians
do.
can access.
I will have to. I don't know if my staff profile is going to come up if I'm signed off duty, so maybe I'll just ask someone there.
Well, you could ask someone, or just if there's a tablet on the desk, at least we'll know then, right?
So I actually looked at the MDT at the courthouse before probably like this a few hours before I got hired. I could see legislation. I could also, interestingly enough, see. I'm sure this is probably not intended, but if you go to any of your profiles, let's say Maple, for example, I can see your phone number.
They can see our summaries.
Yeah, I could. Well, but when I checked it, yes, as of that, I did tell Captain Slacksat that day.
Okay, let me see here on my notes. Do we have that taken care of? I'll make sure we notate that and make sure that gets rectified.
Mm.
I do have one small clarification. I assume East Joshua is included in Joshua, correct?
I'd say so, yes.
I actually asked the judge because I wanted to know because there was no etc. in there, and he said based on the verbiage, because he actually hadn't read it. It was Norman Adams, by the way. He said that based on the verbiage, it is only those two roads.
So it's not East Joshua.
He said if you want the etc. to be added, go find the Chief Justice.
County roads, Route 68, Joshua.
That okay.
it strangely cuts off pretty much right after.
Do we have a
Sandy.
Joshua even?
Uh,
Just a straight Josh. So
Yeah,
just
Joshua is like
where?
Sonora Road all the way
Okay.
to Panorama.
So then, what is Joshua Road?
that's like
City
Stab
Street?
City-ish to Sandy, and then East Joshua is kind of like east of that.
Yeah, it's like Panorama where the train track cuts off all the way to Sonora Freeway.
Yeah, I see that. So what do we? What is East Joshua then? Are we saying 35 for that? Is it city or is it
No, it's-
highway?
Thing
or...
is,
They're saying it's
there's two ways
55,
to- despite what the judge says, you can definitely read that and go, it's using those twos as an example, and that etc. doesn't inherently need to be written there. But it's all up in the air. Who knows?
I think if we want to operate in good faith, we should be only, I think 55 from the start of 68 on the far west side of Great Ocean, like that 68, all the way east until you hit Sonora Freeway. I think that's all fair game for 55. And I think the moment we try to push someone speeding 55 in a 35 on East Joshua, I feel like the judges may not like us.
So here's what's your take on this? Anything north of Marlow? That is one road that goes from east to west.
Marlow, Bantam Canyon, I think
I don't think 55 is appropriate for those roads, especially with those bends.
That's 35. North of that 55.
No, because then
yeah,
you're
Galileo's
talking Mount
still
Vinewood.
dangerous.
Mount
Yeah,
Vinewood, Galileo, they're like it's too curvy, in my opinion, to accommodate 55
What about north
responsibly.
of Route 6? That's a good cutoff.
that's what
But,
Rhodes had already suggested. Yeah,
North of 68.
that's what
So
Rhodes was
68
suggesting.
and above, like 68 approach, Joshua, Marinara.
Yeah,
See,
but
I
you
feel
say
like
that, and then people will be
Congo,
speeding in Paleto.
I don't think it's.
Toledo's a city road.
I really don't think it's
that'd be
it's
city.
too complicated. I think we just take
Yeah.
68 all the way to so it merges 68. You take 68 approach eastbound. You go Joshua. That entire stretch, literally all the way until the freeway, before Union Road, because Union Road I don't believe should be 55. That entire stretch of road from west to east until you hit the freeway should be 55. I don't think that they're trying to accommodate listing every single road, including East Joshua, but I think that's the intent.
I mean, I'm just gonna personally. I think anything above 68, including 68 itself, 55, anything below 35, job done.
Yeah,
Except
and
for
then
Plato,
cities
which
will
is
be
city.
35. Well,
Yep.
Polito's a city, but also Sandy is.
You could
Hey,
say then inside of Sandy, inside of Polito, 35.
I think ultimately what we need is more definition. Like what constitutes the city? We just need details so we can give tickets out.
I can't wait to see people sending it 55 on Cassidy Trail. Good luck to them.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The legislation fails to mention dirt road. Does that mean I can just like go rent a rocket ship and?
As a country boy, I would define a dirt road as a country road.
But then, what are we defining the paved roads then?
Well, that's the problem. It's not a country road; it's a county road.
Listen, we could go back and forth on this.
Roll up with
Use your best judgment, right? Don't. You don't have to literally read it to the T at this point. We'll get it defined a bit further, okay? You all have good judgment. That's why you're here. Just use it. Fair? I'll work on getting more detailed explanation on it.
Understood.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good deal. Let me see here. Mosley repairs. Prices have dropped drastically. Yeah, their importers gotten prices to drop to $35 a part instead of $100 a part per repair kit or per not repair kit per repair package, right? So after tax, it's $41 a part. They're charging us a flat labor fee of $75. It doesn't matter how many parts it is; it's flat. So if you get 2 parts, it's $75. If you get 200 parts, it's $75. Right? For labor. Okay. You are paying out of pocket right now. Again, we're revising the contract. We hope to have it solved by tomorrow and signed. And I believe right now what we're going to be doing is covering full Mosley repairs. We'll be reimbursing for Mosley repairs as soon as that contract is signed. Okay. If you guys need help with repairs, let me know. We get paid pretty well. You all should be fine.
I in the meantime, I have just been asking them to give me an invoice, like the plate, the date, total parts, and that's that. And then they'll send you like a temp document that, and just save your. I've just been saving them. I spoke to Slacks. He was like, "Oh, I'll just pay out of pocket for now," and I was like, "No, I've just been saving the invoices until the contract's signed, and then I'm just gonna be like, hello."
Well,
So,
what's that?
never mind. So we pay per part plus $75, no matter
Per
what.
part, 41. It's $41 per part plus 75.
Gotcha.
For labor. Right, it should come with a wax. You should not be charged $50 for wax. I spoke to one of the managers there, Mary Mushkin. If you got people trying to extort you, you got people trying to fraudulently wax your vehicle, say it's free, and then charge you for labor. Use your judgment. I got to look at the exact definitions to make sure I get it right. But if people are trying to do that and push you for it, we're going to start arresting people. And I told her that, and she told me she's good at that. She actually brought it up. It is a state-owned repair facility. She can't control every employee that comes in there. Mosley hires everyone. However, she is doing her best to make sure that we are being taken care of and that everybody's on board with it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody does something stupid there, deal with it individually. Don't worry about the contract. Deal with it individually, and do let me know. All right.
And far, brother. Sure.
Good. What'd you call me?
I said 10-4.
Brother.
Getting a phone call from my mother. The 2 separate sentences, sir.
All right.
Are you gonna answer it?
No, the job comes first.
So, are we still going to get reimbursed for the thousands of dollars that we spent on the car's power?
I know you repaired multiple vehicles one of those nights. I'm sure, being that the vehicles weren't repaired, we could probably help you out with that one. I got to check with the other captains. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if we're reimbursing for all repairs prior to this or not. I think at least we can help you out with them, and we'll figure it out. I'll get a solid answer for you by tomorrow night.
I have an update on the grow up I found. I have a very can I rephrase? I have a very annoying update on the grow up I found.
All right, you want to come up?
Go.
Come on up.
Hello, it's me, Officer McNulty. How we doing? So I found about 5 to 4 weed plants up there on Barbarino Road the other day. Decided to stake it out. Watched the feller. Came up and fiddled with one of the plants. Now, grabbed him. The guy had a very compelling story, but didn't actually pick any of the weed. And I thought, you know what? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And I had a master planned, right? Because I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. I went 42. But I picked one plant just to, document it and left the rest. Came back this morning and more plants had been planted. Now, I was like, I'm a genius now because I had a bit of weed and I had a bit more proof. Now, I took a prior picture and one today, and more had been picked and more had been planted. So I watched it. And unfortunately, I didn't have a unit close enough to catch up when the guy rolled up and started picking the plants. So I had to run up, try and apprehend the bastard, got back into a brown Glendale and evaded. So the description of the individual, all blacked out, biker goggles, black cap, black mask with graffiti. Now, that's not enough for anything. So that anywhere around, I suppose, the beach on Barbarino is a bit burnt at the moment. Now,
VODs currently unavailable.
obviously, the part I'm going to say out loud now is not really admissible in court, unfortunately. This is all just, it was a brief conversation in Senior Buns with a Mr. Wade Wilson, who, after the conversation, I realized he was wearing the same mask, goggles, hat, and bag, which I was like, that's not a whole lot to go on. I asked him, I don't recognize you. Take the mask off there. It's Mr. Wilson. And after a conversation about how my day's going, he says, oh, enjoy waiting in more bushes, and left. So, pretty clear cut that was my man, but obviously not a whole lot I can do with that. But that is a name to keep an eye on. Wade Wilson. I'm unsure if he's currently in.
Don't see him.
He's not. So, if anybody pulls over Wade Wilson, do me a favor. Get him into the MDT. I might start building a bit of an investigation. I can't prove shit right now. I feel like I can say that that's him. Can I prove it? No. But if anybody pulls him over, get him in there, and I can start building on that. Please and thank you, okay?
We know it's him. We can't prove it's him.
Yeah, exactly, which I hate. And I'm annoyed. Because
The
I could have raided him. I know I could have. I had proof that weed had been cultivated, picked, and more was being grown. He was the one returning. I feel like I had the easiest PC to get his sword sworn up and raid his arse. But, I'm upset about it. But, way that I see it, I'll take the fear of God into him, knowing that the LSPD, we're small at the moment, but we're still watching. We're still out there actively patrolling, and we're watching. From traffic stops to weed grows. So, I'll take that win. Or otherwise, I won't sleep at night.
All right. Well, good work.
Appreciate it.
Can't catch them all, right?
That's true.
Yeah, what am I? Ash Ketchup? Ketchum, or whatever.
I'm not sure who that is.
I've only been in.
I think so.
So I've only been in a handful of 80s. I'm talking like 3, 4 at most. Of those, 2 of them were with Glendale's, and I was taken to the exact same spot, which was the Vespucci Canal residential area. They go on the inner portion surrounded by water, and as they corner around the bend between the bushes, we don't fit through there. So if you guys get led there, just know that's their intent.
Do you mean the hard left and then hard left on like the actual pathway of the bushes?
It's literally just a left on the corner, and we can't make it past the corner.
Is it the road or the path?
The path.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
if you're on Prosperity, I believe it's just
that's the one you bumped me.
of.
You bumped me through. I think that one
Yeah.
pursuit you had.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah,
you guys have been brought through there too?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been brought there on every pursuit. It's it's very well known, or it's either we're chasing the same person, which I've been in, I think 3 or 4 pursuits, and 3 times I think I've been there. Either we're chasing the same person, or it's gotten around that's a good spot to lose the cops. So, communication, right? We have radios, coordination. Primary needs to obviously follow them in. Secondary, you should start paralleling. Don't follow them in and head them off. Most of the time, they come out the alley to the what is that going to be? Southwest. They'll come out to the southwest, and then they'll make a right and head out towards Bay City Avenue. So, and they try blasting it from there. That's a good call though. Communicate. If you see them going into those alleys, communicate. Make sure secondary, tertiary, parallel. Everybody's ready to accommodate that. To be ready to intercept.
Yup.
Understood.
Okay. Good. I think I've covered everything I need to cover. Duncan.
Yeah.
Here you come up and give your presentation.
Ooh.
You say you have an update to it, so I'd actually like to know what the update is before I just say everything, and then you say, "Well, that's not the case."
Oh, an update? No. I have more information regarding it, but not. I guess another case of it. I witnessed a Mr. Kevin, who I believe has been identified as being involved in some of these. Take a phone, ask for a phone. I was in a hospital. Asked one of the nurse for a phone. Took her phone and then started texting people to send money to an account. Due to police, for some reason, the cops were giving her a hard time. Or got into an accident with a bus, something along those lines. So.
Oh my gosh.
You can explain your part, and then we go back to the legalities of it and figure out if we actually have charges on it.
Yeah. So basically, people have been robbing people of their SIM cards, and stealing their identity, texting people and saying, "Hey, it's me, your pal. Can you send me like, what is it, $200, $2,000? What are they saying?"
It varies. Yeah.
It varies. Send me some money. Hey, it's me, your friend. We go way back. And then the receiving end thinks they're legitimately getting a text from their friend, and then those people don't get their their phones are typically gone, their SIM cards are gone, they need to get new ones. That number is gone forever though. So you're aware, if you get a text from Captain Slacks that says, "Hey, I need you to meet me in a dark alleyway on Vespucci, your job's on the line," why don't you give him a call or check on radio to make sure it's actually him?
So if we have Slacks' prior number, are we clear to get rid of it entirely to avoid this?
So what I heard was that you can get your number deactivated, but as found out today, that's not the case. So if they have your number, it's theirs forever unless they get rid of your SIM card or you get it back somehow.
Got it. Okay.
That sounds.
Yeah. Wait. So what happened? What I was reading through that report. What happened with Slacks' old number? Because I called him today a few times.
He's got the number. I'm using him as an example of when you get a text like that. No cops have lost.
Listen to the presentation.
I was reading the report. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Did Flop get his phone stolen when he got robbed?
I don't think so.
I think he got his iPad stolen.
His iPad was stolen. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you lose your phone, please inform the rest of us so that we're not texting you sensitive. And also, don't text sensitive information.
Yeah.
Yeah. No phone stolen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would we charge him with identity theft and fraud?
Do we even have identity theft?
Yeah. Well. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm thinking of possession of stolen identification.
No, we do have identity theft.
Oh, look at that.
A person secures an undeserved financial benefit for themselves, cause the victim to suffer a loss, which could be financial, emotional, or some other type of damage, escapes criminal liability by using another person's name, birth date, or other identifying information.
Well, that is legality.
I mean, would a phone number count?
However, there's one thing that we do got to prove, and that's the a loss, financial, emotional, or other type of damage. So
If
as long
someone
as-
stole
as
my
long as
phone
they
number,
can
I'd have an
articulate
emotional
that.
loss.
Well, you might, but what I'm saying is, if we're going to charge that, we got to make sure we have a victim who is affected by that, right? We don't lead them into saying that. We have to have them articulate that to us.
I mean, we do have a victim in this case, at least in the report that was already written up, where Louise did send the money.
How
Oh,
did
yeah,
she
is that
send the
it?
money?
Is it
Via-
third party or the actual victim?
Via the bank, a personal account transfer. So we
So-
have the account of the individual.
So I think the victim in this case would be the person who was, told to
lost
send the money. Yeah,
Yeah.
It wouldn't actually be the person who lost the phone. That would be a separate thing.
But
Yeah.
would
So
would
then we'd have a financial loss.
but would does your phone number count as something that identifies you?
Oh,
'Cause that-
absolutely.
That'd be hard
Yeah.
to explain, no?
Well,
I would-
no. That's a separate thing. That's under the escapes criminal liability by using another person's name, birth date, or other identifying information. We're operating under the person secures an undeserved financial benefit, and they cause the victim to suffer a loss, which could be
Oh, okay,
financial,
I see.
emotional, or some other type of damage.
Yeah, I was looking at the other part. That's how I
Yeah,
was
it's not.
wondering.
To my knowledge, it's not requesting all. I think it's giving examples, though. I don't know. I feel like
these seem like prongs, right?
yeah, I feel like a competent
three different
attorney
things.
might be able to
argue
sort of
against it.
pinpoint the vagueness and whether or not everything there is required or not.
Yeah. That's
But we
what I
we
was
roll
looking
with
at.
it until we get a case.
I mean,
Also,
that's it. We push what we have if it makes sense. We push it, and if it fails or if it falls through, then we get case law out of it, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Also, just so you're all aware, do back up your most personal friends' phone number because your contacts are saved on the SIM card.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, how much
What am I
info
fucking
would
supposed
someone?
to do? Write them on the wall?
Yeah. How much info would someone get, like, with a SIM card? Would they get like the recent
Unsure.
texts and all that? Or
All your texts,
Assume yes.
I have so. Oh my god.
all your texts, all your
What?
contacts.
What about all
Just
your
like-
notes?
yeah,
I
and
don't know if it's
document.
on the phone or on the SIM card. Couldn't tell you on that one. I can tell
Assume
you-
yes to everything.
I can tell you the current one going around, the current scam they're using, and that's just asking, hey, can I borrow your phone to call someone?
As someone grown up in a very rural place, if somebody comes up to me, I understand I try to be as compassionate as possible. If a stranger asks me to use my fucking phone, I'll say there's a payphone around the corner. Go for it, brother.
Right, and I had someone come up to me, a Mr. Kevin, as I got at my apartment today and asked me to use my phone. I said I'll make a call for you, and then I called a Vinny Pistone, and Vinny Pistone asked if the gentleman that I'm calling for can get on the phone instead of me. So I don't know if they are actually working together, if that's a coincidence, if he's actually doing this stuff. I mean, like I said, I witnessed him ask a nurse in the hospital for the phone. I then asked her when she got the phone back if there's any text messages, and supposedly he went down her contact list and sent text messages to everyone, asking him to send money to a bank account. You guys are right over there?
Yeah, he had some in his beard.
Yeah.
Flicking it off.
Yeah, he's just fucking touching me.
It was bothering me.
Okay, let's not
buttering
let's not
you?
butter each other.
No, not buttering, bothering.
you just said the same thing twice.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
just-
said buttering, butter.
This is
Butter
like
is
me
what-
trying to tell me his call sign wasn't one tree.
No, my call sign's one. Yeah, he thinks I'm saying 1 tree. I'm saying 1 tree.
Did you just say the same thing twice?
No.
That's all right.
I'm
We
pretty
have a
sure he
couple-
did,
We have
yeah.
a couple people like him in the department. It's all right.
What do you mean? What do you mean like him?
Officer Avola?
What do you mean like
Let's hear it.
him? I don't like that verbiage.
Okay. That's all right. You're fine. All right.
What's wrong with Avola? He just says the same thing twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all.
that grinds my gears. What roads? What?
There we are.
I believe
Okay, I
we
don't
do
mind that.
have in the Yellow Pages if anybody needs him. We do. His name's Lance Malton.
What happened?
There's a Lance Malton in the Yellow Pages, so if you guys need lawyers, an attorney, there's one available. Just thought I'd bring that to your
Is
all your
he
attention.
registered?
I believe he is. I spoke to him. He spoke to Slacks as well.
I don't see him.
Did you just hear something?
There's no profile for a Lance Malton.
I don't think so.
No, I didn't hear anything.
How the hell are we supposed to know if he's got a license or not?
That's a good point. Do we even? There is a bar license. Yeah, you know what? I'll follow up on that. So scratch that for the time being.
I mean, I imagine any attorney getting their bar license is going to have a profile made in their name,
Also,
indicating.
He's past law enforcement as well.
For any of the new hires here, make sure to slap a MDT profile picture there and stuff.
I think I should have my. I'm all good.
All right, good. Anything else you want to add to that, Duncan?
No.
Okay. I think if we do get anything further on this this identity theft, this SIM card stealing phone situation, we bring it to Duncan. Duncan, you have a central document for this?
I am working with Ado Jackson. He has the document up. It's an incident. He's gonna compile everything together to press charges when we eventually get them.
Aldo, not Ada.
That's what I said.
Okay. Do you know what it's titled or the report number?
Yeah, I do. It's
an
a
incident.
SIM card swapping case, an incident, 229.
229. All right. So if you want to read up on more information on it, that's where you guys are going to find it.
I have another
Should we put out a
question.
PSA?
All right. We should put it out PSA, but I don't know if that would also prevent people from
It's going to give them the idea to do it.
burn them. Right. Well, it might give them the idea to do it. Also, might burn the leads we do have for it. If we want to go after someone. But I think it's also our duty to put that out there as well.
I mean, I feel like people may genuinely not know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel it would be appropriate to put out a PSA like, hey, you know, if anyone asks to use your phone, just be mindful that they may, you know, be able to contact your contacts and try to scam them. Or steal your SIM card, or, you know, whatever the situation is.
I mean,
But with
maybe
you,
you can talk
and
to like
Aldo
Weasel
running
News.
this, Duncan, what's your take on putting it out there?
I'd have to talk to him about it. Can go either way. 'Cause on
They're
one
actively
hand,
doing it, so we do need to get that info out there.
but I don't mean to sound insensitive here. We're in this room, so I think it's safe for me to say this, but it should be common sense. Not give your belongings to someone else that
Common sense ain't so common around here.
you don't intend to lose.
Speed
You know.
boost, though.
If common sense was common, we probably would be out of job.
That's the dream.
I mean, I feel like in the PSA, we could make it clear, anyone found to be doing anything nefarious with other people's phones will be charged. And any, you know, any funds received as a result will be seized, right? Like,
we also need to be very much so ready to take 60, 70, 80, 100 reports that are about to come in saying that I sent money to someone.
Shit.
Part of
I
the job.
mean,
Yeah.
Well, who's to say they will even know that maybe they legitimately think it's, you know, their friend that they're sending money to, and they just don't know any better.
well, I mean, for the investigation, I feel like if this is something that's, you know, being done by a few people, that might be a slam dunk if 50 people approach saying, hey, I sent money to this bank account number because they said they needed money and they were pretending to be my friend, right? Like, all it is taking down a person's name, their phone number, the amount and where they sent it to, and you have a pretty quick, easy, dirty way to verify where these funds are going. If we did have that many people approach.
Leave that up to Aldo then. I'll probably talk to him.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I also got a text from Dakota with that phone number, or not phone number, bank account number.
Oh, yeah, that's not Dakota anymore.
No, I know that. I pieced that together. So I woke up and I checked my text. I saw Dakota texting me that, and I was like, that's something Dakota wouldn't text.
See, I got another. You know that number that was sent to me the other day that said I'm gonna kill your whole family.
Yeah, that happened.
Right now, I got another one from the same number saying, "Can you send me $150? I really need it ASAP. My life depends on it. I could pay you back $200 tomorrow. Send it to my bank 61881208."
Yep.
And then 4 hours later, I'm gonna put a bullet in your head.
Jesus.
Damn.
I don't know who the hell this is.
Oh wow.
Surely they
Make a transaction.
They
of
really
$1
don't
to
like
that
you,
account,
Cap.
and then you got a link.
Well, I
Surely-
don't even know if that's truly the person behind it now. Like, why do they ask me for something and then it's I wonder. I mean, they're making criminal threats at this point. I mean, I might be able to go for a subpoena and go after who owns this number. I don't know if they could do that reverse. I don't know. I'll talk to some people, see if I can figure that out. But
I have a question.
yeah.
sure.
Is shaking your ass for someone a sexual activity?
Are you questioning a prostitution
Excuse me?
charge?
What's
It's
the
a legitimate
context?
question.
What's the context?
I see it all. I saw it on Twitter.
Hold on. Give us
On
an
Twitter,
example.
someone's. I'm not gonna shake my ass for you.
I'm looking, I'm
Twitter,
looking.
Someone said.
I didn't mean a literal.
Yeah. Well, if you shut up and let me talk. Someone said on Twitter, "We'll shake
Oh.
ass for money," and I'm thinking, is that prostitution or not?
What's the
I mean,
definition of prostitution?
if modern broadcasting,
Sexual act.
If modern broadcasting platforms have anything to say about it, it's art.
Okay. Listen, yeah, I think we leave that one be. I think I don't think leave that one be. All right, Cage.
See, I was just asking. It was a legitimate, simple question. If shaking your ass for someone was a sexual activity.
I think there's letter of the law and there's spirit of the law. I don't think that fits spirit of the law. It might fit letter, but not spirit.
I'm inclined to agree.
I mean,
Actually,
it could fit a letter. Yeah, you're right.
I actually,
Okay.
Captain Turner, I actually do have a probable explanation for why you got that text like that.
How's that?
It seems like what I got from hearing from another story when I was working with Aldo on it. It seems like what they're doing is they have a SIM card,
They take
They
it,
change
use it,
for someone
return it.
else's, and then it goes like in a chain, right? They take the SIM card that they stole and then add it to someone else's. Like they're just swapping it out with the one they stole.
I mean, Gage, there's someone in the yellow pages who's just.
You're telling me someone scammed a scammer and then the scammer got scammed.
Yes.
So maybe that's more of a clear definition.
I mean, tracking this stuff is gonna be nearly impossible. So we're gonna learn over time how we deal with this stuff, and we'll approach as
This is legal,
as
right?
need be, I guess, right?
I mean, I don't know. To me, it
It's
sounds like
crime.
in your case, the person texted you threatening you. Then someone asked to use their phone. They went through their entire contact list, texting them, send me $150, copy paste every single person, return the phone. I don't know how that person wouldn't have seen the text message, but then texted you to go on to say that they're going to shoot you or whatever. That's what would make sense to me,
you
at
know,
least.
I need to call them on a payphone. That's what I'm gonna do. I've tried calling the number a couple times. They don't pick up. I just need to use a payphone.
That might work out better.
Shit, there's also a slot.
All right, we've been in here way too long. We got to get out there. Does anybody have anything else they need to add? Any questions? Anything you want to get at? Good. Let's get out there. Let's go get them.
All right.
Thank you all.
Are y'all both solo?
No idea.
No, I don't. Think
Oh wait! I had a thing.
Oh,
You got
It's
a
a little
thing.
late.
I had a thing. Yeah, I had a thing. I learned
What-
something today.
what is it?
Or not yesterday. Yesterday. McNulty, come back. He's gone
He's
already.
gone.
Okay. So
McNulty, come on back. One more thing.
I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but there's been a lot of more fancy cars driving around of late. Those are not cars that people own. There's a thing going on with Mosley's now where drivers or where workers are getting calls from locals. They'll pick up their car, drive it down to Mosley's, get it touched up, get it done